Imagine if you could persuade your friends to go to Goa or convince an investor for funding by stating the negatives. This might sound counterintuitive, but this approach is called the Sadek effect. Named after the social scientist Leslie Sadek, this is the approach of selling your idea by emphasizing all the things that are wrong with it. Now, this sounds counterintuitive. Shouldn't you emphasize the strengths and minimize the weaknesses? In fact, when you're trying to persuade people who have more power than you, like managers and investors, there are 4 good reasons to be vocal about the flaws in your ideas. Number 1, it disarms the audience. When we know that someone is trying to persuade us, we naturally raise our mental shields. Instead of saying, you need to do this, you might have greater success by saying, maybe I'm wrong, but perhaps we should try. Number 2, you look trustworthy. Describing the problems makes you come across as honest and modest. Investors are already skeptical. Telling them upfront what the negatives might be makes them more inclined to trust you when you go on to describe the positives. Number 3 is favorable assessment. When you lay out the negative issues upfront, your manager or investor is less inclined to try to think on their own the ideas that might be wrong. Once you have accepted your flaws, no one can use them against you. So next time you are trying to persuade someone, list out the negatives and it might just convince them.